Alright, I know what you're thinking. I'm using the voice and it kinda sounds a little like GLaDOS, but let's be real here. Watching my video back, I found it to be a little I don't know. Boring? So here I am using the robo voice and I am sorry about it. But down to why I'm really here. Today I want to talk about my favorite female K-pop dancers in different groups. I'm not the most qualified to talk about this and it's primarily just personal opinion, but I did watch 6 seasons of Dance Moms, so I think that's all the training I need. Alright, let's begin. To be completely honest, there isn't one person in Twice who is lacking, but you're just lying to yourself if you don't believe that Momo is the best. I don't know how Girly manages to be so strong and smooth at the same time, but she does it. As well as that, her stage presence is always A+. Seriously, tell me if you have ever seen Momo lacking? You haven't, because she doesn't. She fits so many different dance styles and excels in them all. Even the professionals agree that she's the cream of the crop when it comes to dancing. I stand by saying that if Missy wasn't added back into Twice after being eliminated from 16, Twice would seriously be lacking. Anyways, I'm so grateful that she gets to perform in Asia's #1 girl group and show everyone her talent. Okay, secondly, I want to talk about Jihyo and Sana and how I think that they both deserve the lead dancer title. As you may know, recently the Twice positions got switched around and Sana is no longer classified as a lead dancer, which she definitely deserves to be. Although she isn't at the level as Momo, she is still a very talented dancer and in my opinion second best in Twice. However, sometimes when I watch her it kinda looks like she is going through the motions and not putting her everything into the performance, which can be considered lazy. Now on to Jihyo. She does the complete opposite and sometimes goes too hard. Her stage presence and technique is all there, but that one fancy phantom made me realize that there is such a thing as doing too much. I don't want to discredit her because she really is such a good dancer, but for me, Dance the Night Away was her peak. That era specifically, she really gave Momo a run for her money and at some points outshone the rest of the group, and not because Jive decided to give her a 10. Once again, I think Luna, much like Twice, is a very well-rounded group with some amazing dancers, but I want to focus on one more than the others today. Hyunjin. Often when I see people talk about K-pop dancers, you will never hear people mention her, but I really think she is top 3 in Luna. I will be honest and say that at first, I didn't see her as a dancer because her pre-debut song was vocally centered and I hadn't seen her dance much, but oh my god. When Favorite dropped and that dance break hit, I knew she was going to ruin my life. I used to only have 2 biases in Luna, but Favorite literally changed my life. My skin is clearer and my grades are high. Also, if you have been watching the dance covers recently, I really think she stands out amongst the members. Her facial expressions could use a little work, but that will come with the more comebacks they have. I'm not necessarily a fan of the girl crush concept, but I'd enjoy it if Luna had won just because I live for girl crush Hyunjin. Secondly, I want to talk about Suning. It really goes without saying that she just blows everyone out of the water. I also think that it goes without saying that it is almost impossible to compare Eves with the likes of Chaeyeon or Momo, because to me she dances so differently. Now, I still do think that her forte is hip-hop, but both New and Butterfly proved that she can be smooth and elegant as well as hard-hitting. She is a really well-rounded idol, and I think the fact that her training period was so small just proves how naturally gifted she is. Finally, I want to talk about both Yerim and Hyunjin and how to me they're both on the same level, but one gets more praise than the other. The reason for this being that Hyunjin debuted with Egoist, which is very girl crush and showcases her dancing well. Whereas Love Cherry Motion was a mix of cute and sexy, and I think the choreography was very simple and below what Yerim can do. To me, all 4 of these girls are the aces of Luna and are so well balanced in their vocal, singing and idol ability. Not to mention that they're all so gorgeous. Anyways, stand Luna and stream around you. So the first thing I want to say about G-Idol is how much they have all improved since their debut. When Latado was released, it was clear how far ahead Soojin and Soyeon were in terms of dancing. With members such as Miyeon and Shua clearly not being the best of dancers. But wow. Changed my mind. It is so clear that they have all been working so hard to improve, and I'm so proud of them. Although, for me, Yuki really stood out in era just because of how well she fits the song. Don't even get me started on how hot she looked in the dance practice. It was a crime that night. Obviously, I would be stupid not to talk about how talented Soojin and Soyeon are. They really are so amazing. How did Cube manage to put two of the best K-pop dances into the same group? The way that Soojin moves, that girlie knows exactly what to do. She manages to be so elegant and sexy at the same time. Dude, it's impressive. Now on to Soyeon. She is just heads above all the rest, not just in G-Idol but K-pop in general. In Produce, it was obvious how good she was at dancing, but then Jelly came out, and you know that end part where it like breaks down. That's art, man, pure art. It isn't fair that she's so talented. She really said, all you bitches want to get like me, want to be in demand, get booked like me. ITZY is a dance group. There is no token bad dancer, they are all main dancer material. I think the difference lies within how they present themselves on stage. Because of that, I can just pick one girl from the group. I'm gonna have to talk about them all. First of all, I don't care what anyone says, Yeji is center material. She has everything you would want for a center. Her performance is top tier and she is known for her powerful dancing. I know that Renjin is supposedly meant to be the center due to her large popularity, but I truly think that Yeji is the one who deserves that position. Speaking of Renjin, her dancing is hard-hitting and, to be honest, the only way I can describe her is cheeky. Her dancing is strong but fun at the same time. Her facial expressions are playful with a lot of smirks and rolling eyes. She has said it herself that she has a boyish charm, but God is she cute. Do not get me wrong, I really think she fits the role of center, but so far I don't think ITZY's comebacks have been allowing her to showcase her forte of skill, which seems to be hip-hop or girl crush type concepts. For me, Leah is the least capable in dancing when it comes to ITZY, which she of course makes up for in her singing. I don't think that it is due to the fact that Leah is a bad dancer, but instead the fact that she is surrounded by four very dance-orientated girls whose talents clearly lie in dancing. Alas, Leah is a good dancer and fits ITZY's concept very well. She has a cute charm when she smiles, but also a bad bitch kinda look when she isn't. She is well-rounded, and I hope that her singing doesn't overpower her dancing ability. Chaeryeong. There is something in the lead genes because God, this girl can dance. She isn't as charismatic as Yeji or Renjin, but her dancing makes up for that. I'm glad that in ITZY she was shown as the dancer. I don't want the fact that she is quiet being the reason that she is not focused on as much. For me, she is the best dancer in the group technique-wise, and I'm sure the more comebacks that ITZY have, the more confident she will get. Also, I believe that Chaeryeong is the most well-rounded idol not only in ITZY but JYP as a whole. She is a hidden gem who can dance, sing and rap better than a lot of our faves. Now Yuna, she's 15 and already making moves and outperforming the majority of her group and the industry. She has everything from the dance style to the facial expressions. She perfectly fulfills the role of maknae, and if she hadn't got as many roles as she does now, for example visual, maknae, lead vocal, lead dancer, I really think JYP could have made her center of the group. iZone is a complete mix of people, from one of the best dancers in the industry to the classic Produce 101 underdog, but it is evident that they all have their own unique charms that they portray through their dancing. To begin, what is a K-pop best dancers video without Miss Chaeyeon? She is literally perfect and to me is probably my favorite K-pop dancer. She is very smooth and precise with her moves but also plays around with them sometimes. Whenever she does random dance challenges, I think that is where you can clearly see her range of dancing style. Forgive me for saying this and consider this an unpopular opinion, but I prefer her freestyle on Produce than Chungha's. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy Chungha's too, but watch Chaeyeon's and then tell me hers doesn't feel a little lackluster after it.
This one to the left, sway to the right, drop it down low and take it back high. Bitch, I don't need introduction, follow my simple instruction. You see me, I do what I gotta do, oh yeah. On the gas list, no need to queue, oh yeah. Me and my crew, we got the juice, ooh. Well, some say I'm bossy, cause I am the boss. Buy anything, I don't care what it costs. Stack like casino, I'm Monte Rustino. If you're the supreme, then I'm Diana Ross. All my ladies, one to the left, sway to the right, drop it down low and take it back high. Bitch, I don't need introduction, follow my simple instruction. One to the left, sway to the right, drop it down low and take it back high. Bitch, I don't need introduction. Give me some, give me some.
Anyways, she's phenomenal and it was an experience seeing her progression through Produce 48. It would have been a crime for her not to be in the final lineup, and I really believe that instead of 12th place she deserved top 5 at least. Finally, I want to give a little time to Yabuki Nako. At a large height of 149 centimeters of 4'11", I don't know how she manages to keep up with the likes of Wanning or Yoojin. Despite her height, she is extremely elegant and makes her moves look very easy. To me, she was the Japanese trainee on Produce with the most potential, and I think in an alternate universe somewhere she won center. She is extremely charismatic and cute and doesn't let her height be a disadvantage, which is admirable. Blackpink. Now, I haven't really talked much about Blackpink on this channel, but don't get it twisted, I really do love them. This may sound odd to some, but for me they give off a very prestigious and mature vibe, not only through their songs but through the girls themselves. Okay, so let me begin with stating the obvious. Lisa is a top-tier dancer and the best within Blackpink. She is tall and skinny, albeit worryingly, but she knows how to use these things to her advantage. To me, her dance style is very similar to that of Momo, and that is not a bad thing. In fact, it is quite the opposite, and I would say it is a positive, and that more people in K-pop should take a leaf out of their books. You may have seen that video of the girl discussing how Blackpink never change up their dances or whatever. It was trash and I wouldn't waste your time watching it. But to me this is a good thing. Lisa comes out and perfects the choreography every single time. If you pasted one clip over the other, you would see just how precise she is. Which is what makes a good performer. As well as that, you should never underestimate the power of facial expressions. She is good at conveying the feel of the song through her face, whether it be a slow and meaningful or a whole bad bitch song. She is an A-class performer and should not be underestimated. Now I want to talk about the supposed lazy situation regarding Jennie. We have seen Jennie absolutely kill it on stage and show everyone exactly why she is lead dancer. But there has been instances where it seems that she is not trying her best. I just want to make the point that you know literally nothing about an idol than what you are shown. You don't know about their personality, their life, their families, and I think it is wrong to label her lazy when really anything could have been happening to her on that day. Idols get anxiety too, they get depression, but of course this preaching of kindness and no bullying doesn't apply to Blackpink. Just think before you decide to upload a video titled Jennie Lazy Moments and garner a copious amount of attention, because there is a chance they might see it and you have no clue how that could affect them. Okay, this was once again a lot longer than I wanted it to be, and to be honest I didn't include all the groups I wanted to. Sad face. Tell me if you would like to see a part 2 or alternatively a male version of this, because believe me or not, I actually do stan 1 or 2 boy groups. To those that made it through to the end, have a nice day and don't forget to drink water.